Hi guys, I'm Kevin Evangelista. Welcome back to the channel, and it's another laptop unboxing. It shouldn't be super surprising that I am going to be doing a lot of laptop unboxings because this is mainly a laptop review channel. But anyways, we have something very interesting that came in today. This is the Lenovo LOQ, specifically the 15IRH8 model. But before we continue with the video, let's keep the lights on here in the studio. This video is brought to you by Sneak Attack Design Lab. They're a clothing company that specializes in technical fashion, more commonly known as techwear, and you can see me in their clothes in most of my videos. I've been supporting their brand ever since I met them back in 2019, and now they're returning the favor. Head on over to this link, you can find it in the description as well, to get 10% off your order from their site. Check their clothes out, you're bound to see something badass over there that'll look great on you. Thank you very much to Sneak Attack for this exclusive promo for my viewers. Now, back to the video. So yeah, I covered this in a video long ago. It was a combined launch event for the new Lenovo Yoga series, for the Lenovo Legion series, and the new Lenovo LOQ series for 2023. And yeah, the LOQ series have arrived. I don't think I'm going to be reviewing any Yoga models because those are much more lifestyle, ultrabook style laptops. And yeah, I mainly specialize myself in gaming laptops. So, if you are not familiar, the Lenovo LOQ is kind of like the in-between the Lenovo regular Lenovo Yoga series and the Lenovo Legion series, because the Lenovo Yoga is mainly for lifestyle. They don't really usually pack all these super fast hardware or super fast graphics hardware, and they're much more lifestyle focused. They're for work or for everyday use, but they are super slim, super flexible, and super light. The Lenovo Legion series, on the other hand, as you may have seen in my recently released review of the Lenovo Legion Pro 7i, those are big, heavy monsters that are packing the latest CPUs, GPUs, the most amount of RAM, storage, but they are also hot and heavy. So yeah, they're mostly for gaming and high performance computing. The LOQ line though, it's kind of like the in-between. It's not like super specialized into gaming, so it's not going to be packing like 1490s or i9s, but it's also not as heavy and as hot as those Legion models. They're kind of like closer to the Yoga models, where they're still like of a sane size and they're still carryable around, a bit bigger of course, but they're kind of sane. And yeah, I really wanted to take a look at this for this year. So yeah, let's get it unboxed and let's see what it's all about. One thing to note, your box, if you buy a LOQ laptop, the box might not look as beat up as this, because this is a media unit and it goes around a lot of people. But yeah, opening up the box, we have, alright, the power brick and power cable, and closed cell foam, or yeah, there's another piece of like closed cell foam here, but yeah, mainly just these two. Let's put this back together like that. Mainly just these two. There's nothing else in the box apart from manuals and warranty information, which we will ignore. They don't exist to us. This looks to be biodegradable foam, which is pretty nice. Lenovo continuing its sustainable efforts. I like it. There is still plastic though. This one and that one. Alright, this is the laptop itself. Very straightforward unboxing. Very straightforward unboxing experience. Let's see the charger first. You have an EU style power connector. For some people, this is like a big consideration because, you know, people like the slim head on these power cables. Anyway, this is the power brick. It looks similar to the power brick of my current laptop. This one, which you can see at the edge of the frame, that is a Lenovo Slim 7i from 2021, I believe. It looks similar, but the one on my Slim 7i is way bigger. I think this is a gallium nitride charger. I don't think it's very visible in Bcam, but it says 170 watts. Usually we see these in like 120, 170, up to 200. I think that's the upper limit of mid-range for me. Anything beyond 200 is mostly like flagship gaming laptop or flagship ultrabook kind of adapter power for me. That's everything in the box. So this is the Lenovo LOQ 15IRH8. It looks pretty nice. We get a plastic top, the little Lenovo tag right here, and the LOQ branding here. It's kind of similar to what they do with the Legion models, because the Legion models have Legion here, and it's usually like illuminated by RGB or something, but this one is much more like subtle. As you can see, it is quite a thick laptop. It's not very slim, but you know, for the price that you're paying for these things, you're not exactly expecting super slim laptops. You want something sane and affordable. And while we're here, let's check out the ports. So the ports, here on this side, we seem to have, I think this is a USB 3.2 Gen 1. It doesn't have like the blue inside for a Gen 2. And we have a little shutter toggle. I like this. I like this one. It toggles the webcam. So if you toggle it this way, there's no webcam and there's no mic. If you toggle it this way, you have a webcam and a mic. Pretty simple, but it's really good for privacy. Here at the back, as we can see, some light blue touches here at the back. Even the heat sinks are painted. Okay, these are probably exhausts. And here at the back, we can see we have two more USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type A's, an RJ45, which is really good, but it's flipped upside down. It's kind of hard to install like LAN cables upside down, because when you have to pull them out, you have to like lift the laptop to get to that latch. But that's okay. We have an HDMI out. This is probably a 2.1. I don't see HDMI 2.0 Bs anymore, especially by the dawn of the RTX 40 series on laptops. All of them have switched to 2.1, so I'm just assuming that this is a 2.1 out. This is the power connector. This is something that I have been pushing Lenovo to change, because they have like a rectangle like ended power cable, and yeah, you should just switch to barrel like circular ones so you can rotate them. Here at the left side, we can see a USB-C port. I think this supports DisplayPort out, which is really good. And we have a 3.5mm audio jack for your mic and headphones. A little lip here at the back, as we can see, little lip, and it has a texture to it like carbon fiber. Here at the bottom, okay, big vents, very big vents here at the bottom. And as we can see, this seems to be user openable. We will try that out in the full review, if this is user serviceable, user cleanable, and user upgradable. So yeah, very big vents. It's pretty nice. Okay, let's get it open. All right, this looks very similar. This looks very familiar, because this is something that I have to commend with Lenovo Legion. They kind of got everything here at like the top panel already somewhat perfect, because they have really nice keys, really nice like dished keycaps. They have a half size, or they have a full key but half size numpad. As you can see, the numpad buttons are a little smaller than the usual like keys, but it's all right. It's a half size, or it's like a 0.75 size. The more important thing is that you have a numpad. Everything should have a numpad, especially when you're dealing with these kind of like bigger laptops. You should have a numpad. Big touchpad. This is glass. I can feel that this is glass, and we have a pretty large screen. Okay, I can respect this. This is like super comfortable for me, because it's basically the same layout, same feel, and same basically parts as my Slim 7i from 2021. All right, there's just a power button here. It is a plastic power button, so I'm pretty sure that it does not support biometric login, like fingerprint login, but that's all right. If you're aiming for this kind of like mid-range laptop, you don't necessarily have to have fingerprint login. As with any laptop that we're unboxing, we're going to check out first are the specs. All right, the specs for the Lenovo LOQ 15IRH8. This is the model 82XV, and it's running the Intel 13th Gen Core i7-13620H, which has 16 CPUs running at 2.4 GHz. I think this is one of the models that boosts up to either 5 GHz or 5.2 GHz. We will test that in the full review. It is running 16 gigs of DDR5 RAM. I think this is the 5600 megatransfers per second RAM. Correct me if I'm wrong, but all Lenovo models are running 5600 megatransfers per second RAM, not the slower 4800 megatransfers per second. Yeah, for display, we are running the NVIDIA RTX 4060 laptop GPU, which has 8 gigs of GDDR6 memory. Alright, 4060, I've discussed this before. I've reviewed the 4060 laptop before, and it's pretty good. Unlike the desktop version of the 4060, the laptop 4060 is pretty good because it's much less about like squeezing all of the power from the GPU. You're not going to be able to do that on the laptop. It's much more taking advantage of DLSS 3.5, frame generation, and all of that is available on the 40 series. So yeah. Alright, before we go to the speaker test, let's check out the display. We are running at 2560 by 1440, and it is running a dynamic refresh rate. It's either 83 Hz or 165 Hz. This is an LCD screen for a laptop, so yeah, it's pretty okay. That's pretty good. 83 Hz or 165 Hz. Either way, you're not running at 60. That's a win. That's automatically a win. Next up, we test the speakers. That's 70% volume. I mean, it's not terribly loud. It is pretty okay. Alright, it sounds okay to me. 70% volume is a bit low for this model. It's not as loud as the previous, understandably it's not as loud as the Legion Pro 7i because those were running Dolby powered speakers. This one is running not Dolby, I think just Nahimic sound software, so it's pretty okay. It's not as good as I expected it to be, or not as loud. The sound quality is pretty okay, but the impact, the volume is a bit lacking. So this big laptop, I would have expected it to be a bit louder. Okay, next up to test is the webcam. Alright, recording on the Lenovo LOQ 15 IR-H8, and it looks like a pretty amazing webcam. This is a 1080p webcam. This is visibly a 1080p webcam. It looks really good. What? This webcam looks really good. Look at that. Look at the resolution on that. Yeah, and it's like a wide resolution webcam. I did not expect this webcam to be this good. Look at it's even lighting. I mean, you can say that the studio lighting setup kind of helps with it, but I have unboxed and reviewed laptops that are much more expensive than this, whose webcams don't perform this well under this kind of lighting. But yeah, this is pretty even lighting. Or look at that. It didn't even show my guitars. The screens on this is pretty even. Look at that. That was pretty good. I am not sure about the mic performance yet. Hopefully it does not have the same problem as the Legion Pro 7i, which I mentioned in my review has kind of like a high pass filter on the mics. Hopefully it does not have that problem, but yeah. Image quality looks pretty great. People will notice that you have a really good webcam if you join a Zoom call or have a Discord video chat with this webcam. It's pretty good. If you make super simple YouTube content, you can probably use this. That was a pretty surprising webcam experience. So far, this is like the best webcam from these gaming laptops that I have ever tried. So yeah, the last part of any unboxing experience for a laptop on this channel is a gaming test. And as usual, we're going with Battlefield 2042. So let me get this set up first, and we're gonna try out Battlefield 2042 on the Lenovo LOQ 15IR-H8. Alright, before we get into it, I would just like to see the settings, the display settings on Battlefield 2042. So we are running at 2560 by 1440. Refresh rate, why is it? Oh, there we go. 165 Hertz. Field of view, let's max this out. ADS field of view, okay. We are at, let's put this at high because we have a 4060. So let's put DLSS on auto. Ray traced ambient occlusion off. Reflex low latency enabled plus boost. And I think that's everything. Okay, let's apply those settings. Keep. And let's see our performance. 121 FPS. Okay. Battlefield 2042 running at high settings with DLSS on auto. 122 FPS. Let's get into a match. Bit of hiccup there. Okay. 99 FPS, 101 FPS. This is looking really good. What a laser gun of a rifle. Got you, don't worry. Alright. Okay. Wow, they're being gunned down over there. This is pretty solid performance for a laptop that doesn't costs sub 100,000 pesos. I got you, don't worry. I got you guys. Come on, stand up. What a laser gun of a rifle. This is like a SIG Spear, I think. This SIG MCX. The new rifle for the United States military. And it's crazy. It's super crazy. Look, I can just like spray them from afar. And I'm gonna hit them. Look, what? This is... What a very unfair rifle. Shoot that guy. Shoot that guy. Oh, this could be good for my pistol. I love the Desert Eagle. Just like destroys enemies. Okay. Where are you going, huh? Where are you going? Hey. Where do you think you're going, huh? How about you? Where do you think you're going? Alright, I think that's enough Battlefield. Very solid performance. Very solid performance for the Lenovo LOQ 15IR-H8. I mean, it's like super impressive how this is just an RTX 4060 laptop, not a 4060 desktop, a 4060 laptop, and it can run at a little bit under 100 FPS on a game like Battlefield 2042 at just 170 watts of power on the brick with just DLSS set to auto. I mean, it's pretty impressive performance. So yeah, that's our test for the Lenovo LOQ 15IR-H8. If you have any questions about this laptop, please leave them down in the comments below. I will try to answer them in the full review or in the comments. Yeah, thank you very much Lenovo for sending this one. I am super excited to test this out and put it through its paces. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.